Hey, this is Gavin from Bush. May the rock be with you.
G'day, Gavin. How are you, mate?
Good, good. How you doing?
Good. Welcome back to May the Rock Be With You, mate. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again. I
And
like it. I'm doing the rounds. I like it.
there we go. Now, I always
We're
start
still
these.
in work. We're both still in work. I like it.
We are at work. We last spoke about 3.5 years ago, so let's catch up. How have the last 3.5 years been for you?
Yeah, dynamic. What can I tell you? I'm easier if I can go from Monday this week. But I mean, my main thing is that I live at an incredible speed because I think life is magic and there's no time to waste. And so I'm restless and I'm a lot of work for my girlfriend.
Amazing. I love that. Now, we are here because you've got a brand new album out. It's brilliant. I Beat Loneliness. Now, the title itself is an amazing statement. Did this song come about and warrant it that being worthy of the title of the album? How did the name come about?
Literally, it was the first song that I wrote for the record, and I had that music, and it felt really uplifting and stuff that I like to sing on, and really made sense. And I just did it in the studio across the hall from my bedroom here, where we are now. And I love to put stuff on loop, go downstairs, get a beer, whatever, think about it, like, oh. And and I was going down the stairs, and I just thought of singing it, and "I Beat Loneliness" came to me like a gift, and I thought, oh, that's such a what a cool working title for the record, and
Mm,
I'll obviously improve it later on. And what a great start to the record to kind of think about this beautiful paradox and about being a hopeful person in a modern world, but who's slightly struggling and feels the weight of the world, is a little bit cut off, a little bit insulated, struggling, but outwardly potentially quite cheerful. And I thought of all the people that I'd met who told me that the music lifted them up and was there for them in their time of need. I thought about the meaning of my own life, like what's the point of me making a record? Like, what's the point of me? Very sort of existential examinations
mm,
in order to kickstart a record and kickstart the point of making a record, make something really vital. Like, it's really hard to be surprising nowadays. But I think people are surprised by the kind of veracity of the record, the attack of the record, the kind of sting of it, and the vulnerability to it as well. So it's not like one speed where it just hopefully it's really like a human experience, from a very strong standpoint at the beginning and very powerful to a little bit more kind of dreamy, tripped out, more alien style, which I love. That middle ground like a ballad, and then a couple of ballads, because I just thought I want this record to connect with people. I want it to be there for people. The more people that connect with it, the more sense it makes in my life that I gave all this time to music. People say, how do you reflect on all this time and 16 Stone or the past? I don't think about any of that. I think about the gratitude of that world to get me to this point. But when I go and walk into the studio on my own, and it's like just a room and like a guitar and a setup, studio. I, I don't think about the past. I think about who am I? What do I want to say? What's my point? I'm not the best guitar player. I'm not the best singer. I'm not the best writer, but I'm the best at being me. And if I can really challenge myself to say something that's interesting to me because it's real and it's honest and it feels better to purge it,
mm.
and then you can put those all on songs. It's like brilliant. It's like wicked. What a life that I jammed so jammy. I made that my job. What a
Amazing.
I mean, it's what a bluff. I'm literally a poker player.
That's brilliant. Now, what I loved about sonically about the band, there was a shift when you did The Kingdom. So you sort of went back to that change to that heavier type sound, which I absolutely love. And the last two albums are phenomenal, as are the others. But what was that? What drove that change back to that sort of sound for Bush?
It's funny, because it's twofold. First off, whenever I played festivals, I was doing the sets for the festivals. They'd all be detuned. Every record has two songs that detuned: "Disease of the Dancing Cat," "Just Like My Other Sins." These songs, right? And so if you're playing with Sepultura, you're like, mate, get the Ponce standard Beatles tuning. That's great for that stuff, but not next to Sepultura. Just let's get a little heavy. And then I'd done the Institute record, which I was really proud of. But I was sad the Institute record was sequestered to just those songs or that record, and I can't play. I can't say Boombox or When Animals Attack. These would slam in the set. I just know it. So I thought, first I thought, why not do every now and again do an Institute song on a new Bush record, just re-record one. There are songs, but moreover, I just wanted to make music that remained experimental. Like me with the detuning stuff and all the detuned world is a voyage and discovery. It's really every song is an experiment of something sonic, and then you get to that like it just makes riffing so much easier when you're detuned. And I've got like way down C and B, so it's like
Wow.
main like like Corn or any of those heavy bands. And you could have any of those screamo guys on the music we make.
Mm.
It's kind of got that. It's very powerful. Um, but it's just given me like a real sense of release and inspiration to have that music. And as ever, I'm still 25% dumb. And so in that in that darkness, sparks fly,
Okay.
shit happens. And like, my feral qualities can come in handy when you're in the field.
Brilliant. I love
Street
this.
fighting,
Yeah, there you go. Now, 60 is a lot. Why do you need so many ways to forget people?
because I've spent too much time. Well, I don't know if my loyalty is misplaced and overextended. Jimmy Iovine had said to me once that my loyalty was my problem, my weakness.
Hmm.
And maybe I need to be more callous, but I I I like the way that I think of other people, and I like the way that I've become a source of help for so many people. So many people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People, in times of need, I've helped a lot of people, and I would continue to. People that have taken advantage of me, and oftentimes people that borrowed money from me, they never pay it back. I've never been paid back, I don't think. Like once, one friend just paid me back half the money he's owed me for like 25 years. I don't
Wow.
even know why he got paid. But whenever I have certain people ask me for money, that's the amount our friendship is worth.
Oh, brilliant.
It's happened to me. So, and there's a few people in my life who've been really great friends of mine that suddenly I'm not great friends with, and that really short circuits me. People I was really close with, I'm not close with anymore. Um, that stuff bothers me because I eulogize them and I feel betrayed. And betrayal is a terrible emotion,
Hmm.
being betrayed. So, it's just, yeah,
Well, it sounds like you need more, like 78 ways to.
60 works.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm joking. Now, I have to ask about returning to Australia. We're here for the Under the Southern Stars in 2022. When do you think we might see you back down here?
February is
Oh,
when the
okay.
talk is. February is when they've been discussing. They're now arguing about um, support and saying, not arguing, but like suggesting support, make sure it's a nice bill. Is there anyone Australian that you would suggest to play with us that I should take into account?
Oh, I'd have to have a think about that because I want to pair this perfectly. There's some good
Yeah,
bands, but all
me
right, I'm
too.
going to chat to our PR people down here and get the word over.
All right.
All right, February. Look forward to it. Now, I like doing this because is there one song out of your entire catalog that's your favorite that maybe flies under the radar that you'd love people to actually listen to who may not have given it a chance?
English Fire.
Okay.
That's on the Golden State record, and no, Science of Things, excuse me. It's on the Science of Things. And it just was ahead of its time for me, and it's just cool as fuck, and I miss it.
All right.
I've played it 13 times on tour, so I would love to sort of have this sort of section where you have these songs, you know,
Hmm. February.
February, maybe
There you
February.
go. Now, as a songwriter and a fan of music and its creation, is there one song in the world that you wish you could hear again for the first time?
Well, sort of maybe some Radiohead song, you
Hmm.
know, Karma Police,
Yeah,
or Killing Me Softly with His Words. I
beautiful.
like that, or Into My Arms by Nick Cave,
Classic.
you know, Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, there's
That'd be
another
fun to bring in.
one. Yeah. We'll just start again. Now, let's go back. I know you say you don't like to look back at albums, but I want to go back this way. If you could go back to the beginning of the band and tell a younger Gavin a piece of advice, what would that be?
I would I would urge myself to go further into myself because, as I say, the best, most authentic version of yourself is yourself. So I would just say stay within that. You know, I mean, I think to a lot of the extent I did stay true to it. It's funny because when I talk about these records and this inspiration that I do see certain parts where there was musically approach where I felt possibly I was treading water, you know, a little bit. You know, I got a few songs, I got a lot of songs right on the Return record. You know, Sound of Winter was an amazing record. But there's something about it stylistically that I wasn't being myself and I wasn't diving in, I wasn't experimenting enough. And so what I like since then, since like the Kingdom of Survival, now this I Beat Loneliness, it's all experimentation and it's all on an edge. Nothing is safe and nothing is sure of itself. And that's, I think, what gives the records their vitality. That slight sense of eyes shut on an autobahn.
Nice. That's brilliant. Now, outside of Bush, we're yet to see it, but can you tell us a bit about Dinner with Gavin Rossdale and how that came about and what Aussies can expect when they tune in?
Yeah, just it's an interview show, you know. I have this passion for cooking. Felt it was really weird that musicians could be really prominent in the public eye, but I kind of had no voice. I felt like I was prominent, but I had no voice. This is a bit. I began the podcast really before the show 7 years ago, you know, before podcasts took over, when you can have like you can be bored by 2 hours of someone talking, you know, like you can go off someone quick if you want, right? Long interviews.
Yep.
So I have my own voice out there, and I felt that I wasn't sure of who I was perceived as, and I just thought it was very reductive. Like we're all perceived in a '90s guy, whatever, whatever personal life, boom, end of story. So I was thinking. Yeah, how to expand my life and make my life, my passage more fun.
Okay. Look forward to watching it. Now, lastly, let's look ahead to the future with a prediction. We always do this. Finish this sentence
Okay.
off. By the end of 2025, Bush will.
I've been already enjoying the fruits of their 10th album, and the world is literally on fire for this band. And who knew that at this point, this band would be bigger than ever?
Outstanding. This is great. It's a brilliant album, Gavin. I think I've listened to it a few times now, and it really is a good one, man. I'm looking forward to people hear
Thanks,
it.
mate. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Excellent, Gavin Rossdale. Absolute pleasure as always, mate. Can't wait to see you in February.
Thanks, mate.
See you again
All
soon.
the best. Cheers.
Yeah,
Bye.
Thank you for checking out the interview with Gavin from Bush. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out maytherockbewithyou.com for everything else.